Okay, so I know that Mulan came out a long time ago, like 3 months ago, but I was busy. Okay, I had college stuff to do, so I didn't have time to edit the video. But I finally had time now, so here it is, the review of Mulan. For those of you keeping track, this will be Disney's sixth live-action remake of an animated movie in the past 2 years. Do they care about originality? No. Do they care about money? Fuck yeah. What's up, internet? Welcome to Weirdo Reviews. I'm Jonathan Sim, your favorite movie weirdo, and it is time for a review.
I'm Mulan. I will bring honor to us all.
Mulan was directed by Nikki Caro. It's an action war drama. It's a remake of the Disney animated movie of the same name from 1998, and it stars Liu Yifei as Mulan. She is a woman. She's a woman living in China, and everybody's sexist towards her. They're like, oh my god, you're a woman and you don't deserve to be in the army. The army is for men. And then when Mulan's dad has to go and fight in the army, Mulan is like, no, you're not gonna go fight in the army. I will. And then she puts on her dad's armor, and then she goes out and she fights in the army. She disguises herself as a man, and she kicks ass. That is what Mulan is basically about. But, I mean, this is a live-action remake, and there's not much better in this movie. So, Disney dropped this on Disney Plus for a $30 extra fee. You can watch it right now, and don't do it, okay? Don't. This movie sucks, alright? This movie absolutely sucks. I'm gonna be completely direct about all of this. This movie sucks. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh my god, aren't you Asian? Look, you're an Asian. You should support this whole movie with, all these Asian people in it, right? You should, right? You weren't thinking that? Okay then. Basically, I like the original animated Mulan. I don't like it. I love it. It's one of my favorite movies. It's a 10 out of 10 movie. I love the OG animated Mulan, and I think that it's such a great film. This movie just butchers it. It doesn't, it completely, it tells that story in such an inferior way that I did not like anything about this. A lot of people were really upset about the fact that, they took away Mushu the Talking Dragon, and they took away all the songs and everything, and I was like, you know what? That I wasn't that mad about it, because I like that. I like all of Mushu. I like Mushu. I like the songs, but it's not really necessary to tell the story. If they wanted to tell a very grounded, very serious retelling of this story, they had every right to do so. The issue with that is the fact that they did not care to make a very grounded, realistic movie, because this movie is completely ridiculous. There is a new character in this movie, a female villain who can turn into a bird. She turns into a fucking bird and starts flopping around in the air like this. One minute she's a fucking person, and the next minute she's a fucking bird. She's a fucking animagus, and she just goes like this all day. And the wire work in this movie is crazy. There's moments in this movie where people are fucking running up walls. Okay, they're just walking and they're walking, and then all of a sudden they're going like this. Okay, it's like fucking Inception or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on. A grounded, serious version of this story, my ass. This is ridiculous. Aside from that, this movie takes away all the charm, all the magic, all the awesome stuff that you loved about the original Mulan. It barely tells the story. It's basically going through the bare minimum of everything that happens. Do you remember in the original Mulan when Mulan was like, oh my god, I need to fight in the army, I need to take my father's place? That was such an emotional moment. We see her cut off her hair, we see her put on the armor. It's so powerful because like she knows that when she does this, she can't go back. Like she's risking her life here and it's gonna change her life. It's so sad, it's so dramatic, but it's so powerful and it's uplifting because she's taking control of her life. It's so good. This movie is basically just like this. I don't want my dad to go to fight in the army. I don't want to. I have a tear. I'm so sad. I'm decked out and ready to go, bitches. What's up? No Hans are gonna be coming at me now. Yeah, I'm ready to fight. Fuck yeah. Like, what? What? There was nothing. There was no emotion. It just cuts right to her already decked out in that armor, just ready to go out and fight in the war when that couldn't be an easy decision, okay? Cause like that's pretty serious. There are like no character building moments. The whole movie just feels soulless. It doesn't have much at all. The narration in this movie is completely worthless. The fight scenes are edited so frenetically. There's like so much crazy shit. All the action in this movie could have been done so much better. Like you have a war movie. It's a war movie and like, you know, you could have people fighting. You could have people doing some martial arts shit, okay? But the movie just cuts a lot. It's edited and like it's all like crazy and it doesn't really feel like the fight scenes have any tension. The characters feel half-developed. All the relationships feel so muted. There are very few moments where the characters grow in an organic way. It's not that good. Like none of it is like as good as the original. Now let's talk about another problem, right? Let's talk about what they did with Mulan's character, because they assassinated that woman. Alright, so let's take it back to the original 1998 Mulan, okay? Let's think about that. So we have this young girl, she's like, you know, she's trying to make her family proud, she's trying to bring her family honor, and so she ends up going into the army and she needs to learn how to fight. She needs to grow. She needs to be able to do all these crazy things that she didn't think she could do before. And so all of these moments where she actually ends up succeeding, they feel so powerful because it's a movie about a girl who rose up against the odds by working so hard and proving that you don't need to be a man to be very, very powerful, okay? That's what Mulan was about. This Mulan is ridiculous, okay? Absolutely ridiculous. She starts out the movie, this is a change that they made. She starts out the movie with a lot of chi, okay? She has chi inside of her, and basically what that means is she's a fucking superhero. So like we have a scene where she's a kid and she's doing all these crazy acrobatic fighting. So she's basically born with all of the power that she needs. She has all the chi inside her, so it's like she's already born being able to do all the crazy things that it took her months to learn in the original Mulan. So her character is immediately not as compelling. Her whole story in this movie is like she has all this power inside of her, but like she has to hide it, and her whole arc, I guess, is just like, I don't need to hide this anymore. I can be awesome. I can be all of this. I swear to God, I've been moving around so much that my watch just told me that like I'm doing a dynamic workout. It literally thinks that I'm doing a dynamic workout because of how much I've been moving around. I'm sorry, I hated this movie. Okay, so where was I? It's hard to connect with Mulan in this movie because she is born with everything inside of her. She has everything she needs, so there's like no room for her to grow. It's easy to relate to the original Mulan because she was so interesting. She was just this ordinary girl who became amazing. She became so strong and so powerful, and she led her army to victory. This Mulan, she is basically a superhero, so how do we relate to a superhero? We can't. Okay, like maybe we can if the superhero really felt like she could be like a real person or something, or like they had some sort of endearing trait that like made us relate to them. This Mulan, like, I don't really know. Like, Liu Yifei, she portrays Mulan like very, very straight-faced. Okay, like she is basically the whole movie. She looks like this. No joke. Like she is like talking to all of her people. Her face is this. She is fighting people. Like her life is in danger, and she's fighting people. Like all of this, and her face is just this. She witnesses a person die, and she's like this. I mean, people had a problem with Brie Larson and how she never smiled in Captain Marvel, and I mean, like, this Liu Yifei, like, it was honestly worse, if I'm gonna be honest. Like, well, if you're any hero, you just, like, you need some sort of emotion, some sort of charisma or something to get people, like, interested in watching you. Brie Larson didn't even bother me as Captain Marvel. Liu Yifei, like, I had a very hard time connecting with this blank slate. I mean, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I was not a big fan of The Lion King or Aladdin. I didn't really like those remakes. The originals I love, but I didn't really like those remakes. This movie's somehow worse because, like, it just lost everything. It lost all of the weight, all of that charm, and all of the power, the emotional weight that the original had. This movie has none of it. And because Mulan is so invincible that she can, like, kick arrows through the air, like, while they're coming at her, like, the fight scenes just don't have tension because we know that she's gonna succeed. It's kind of like Neo in The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions. Like, Neo is very compelling in the first movie because he gets his ass kicked in the original Matrix. But once the Matrix 2 and 3 come out, like, he's just like fighting everyone, and he has no problem with it. Heroes should have vulnerability in order for us to root for them. If we're really going to wish that they succeed, we need to be scared about the idea that they could possibly die, they could possibly be really injured. But Mulan is indestructible in this movie. She wins basically every time. And honestly, that just kind of ruins what the character Mulan stands for, and it just makes her character much less compelling. So you have to ask yourself a question. Why should you pay $30 to watch this shitty live-action Mulan when on Disney Plus, if you're paying for a subscription, you can watch a much better version of Mulan for free? Ask yourself that. Alright? Yeah. I'm gonna give Mulan a 5 out of 10. That's generous. It really is. But I mean, like, it's not horrible. I just really didn't like it. It's not horrible, but I'm really nice with my grades, aren't I? 5 out of 10? Sure. Yeah, whatever. Don't watch it. Don't watch this movie. Don't pay $30 for this movie. It's not worth it. Just show your kids the original 1998 one. It's funnier and it's much better, alright? I hope you liked watching this video. If you watched the new Mulan or the original Mulan, let me know what you thought in the comment section below. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. And as always, stay weird.
I will bring honor to us all.
Disney's Mulan, rated PG-13, streaming September 4th. Available to Disney Plus subscribers who unlock Premier Access.